Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of my transfer roundup series. We're starting today's episode with a massive transfer that went over the line over the last few days, and that is of course Alisson from Roma to Liverpool. They've got themselves a new goalkeeper finally. Well, it's not that they haven't bought goalkeepers recently, but of course Karius didn't quite go to plan and still hasn't gone to plan. Alisson though, for 56.25 million, I don't know, I think they might have just gone and got themselves an absolute world-class goalkeeper, potentially one of the best in the world in the near future. I really do believe that. He's got everything. So we'll see how he gets on for Liverpool. I'm sure Liverpool fans are absolutely elated that this deal has gone through. They've needed a goalkeeper for a long, long time. And mark my words, with Van Dijk in their defence, with Alisson in goal, I don't see them conceding many goals. And if they do concede a lot of goals, it's other people at fault. It really is, because these two together should be able to stop them conceding silly goals. I really do believe that. So well done to Liverpool. Big transfer and a big statement really, isn't it? They're definitely going to be gunning for the title. Are they going to be in the top 3, top 2 come the end of next season? We will find out. Next we have Liverpool's fierce rivals Manchester United involved in a transfer deal. We have Blind going to Ajax. Now this is an interesting one because Blind, where is he going to play at Ajax? You know, he's predominantly played as a left back for Manchester United, but let's be honest, that wasn't and probably still isn't his best position. And I don't think that he'll play left back at Ajax, although I might be wrong. So let me know, Ajax fans, where you think he'll play. Maybe he'll go back into midfield. But for me, this is a great signing for them. I really do like Daley Blind. He's a very intelligent player. He knows where to be. That's why I think he's able to play in so many positions. He can play defensive mid, he can play centre mid, he can play left back, centre back. You could probably get away with him at left wing. He's that intelligent, and for less than £15 million as well, you can't really go wrong. Now also, what does this mean for Manchester United? Are they going to be bringing in someone else to replace him? Not really any rumours at the moment, especially not for left backs, centre backs, centre mids. It doesn't look like they're going to be doing anything. Maybe Daley Blind is not in Mourinho's plans, and maybe he feels like they don't need to bring someone else in. So best of luck to Blind at Ajax. It's a shame he's had to leave the Premier League, because I do genuinely like him. I hate him on FIFA though. If you know, you've been watching my career modes for many years, that Daley Blind always seemed to ruin my day. But a great player, and I'm sure he'll do really well. So this transfer went down a couple of days ago, and I really wanted to talk about it because for me, William Carvalho moving to Real Betis for £18 million is a huge surprise. I didn't see this coming. Now, Sporting have lost quite a few of their players because of that incident in their training ground, and it's a real shame. It shouldn't have happened, and it will never happen again, I'm sure. They've learned from that mistake, but they've lost a lot of their key players, and one of them being William Carvalho. He was linked with so many clubs, mainly English clubs, and mainly Arsenal. Not just this year, but for the last 3 seasons or so. Every single year, we hear the same rumour that William Carvalho could be joining Arsenal. Then it was West Ham, then it was Everton, and then lots of clubs were interested, but he's ended up going to Real Betis. It's a real weird one. Really surprised by it, and I didn't see it coming. Now, when I tweeted out that I'm actually a little bit upset that we maybe didn't go in for him because I feel like we still need a DM, and this was before we signed Torreira, I should say. I still think for £18 million, this would still be a good deal, but I had mixed responses. A lot of people think that he's nowhere near as good as people think he is, and that he's incredibly slow. He doesn't turn very well. His passing's great, but when he receives the ball, he tends to slow the team down, and that's not what Arsenal need, that's for sure. We need to be turning the ball over quickly, moving the ball around, and we need mobile players if we're going to be playing the Emery way, which is aggressive pressing. I don't think Carvalho would have actually been a good fit then. I think he's better suited in maybe Spain, where they have, I don't know, a bit more of a technical league, you know, a bit more time on the ball maybe, and maybe he'll do better there than he would have in the Premier League. But Carvalho finally will not be linked to Arsenal anymore. So now we're going to talk about some rumours. We've got 5 rumours to get through. This is the first one I want to talk about. It is Golovin from CSKA to Chelsea. This looks like it could be a deal about to happen any day. Apparently he's keen on moving. Who wouldn't be? Apparently Chelsea really want him, but it's just down to price, and I'm not sure how much he's going to go for. I've put a question mark. What is his value? He's had a very good World Cup, a very good few seasons in Russia, but totally unproven at a Premier League level. But because he did so well at the World Cup, I think he's due a big move. I really do. I know Arsene Wenger was a big fan of this guy. I know a lot of countries, watching the World Cup, and their clubs respectively would have been looking at him thinking he could be a great signing for our club. So if he does go to Chelsea, they've done a great job in getting him, but how much will he cost? It's a tough one. I'm guessing 30 million plus at least to get Golovin. Great technician. He's great on the ball. He's got great feet. Really nice pass on him. Great free kicks, of course, as well. And I think he'd do very well at Chelsea, actually. I don't think he'll get much game time at first, but certainly in the future, he could be a big player for them. This one really interests me. Would this happen? Apparently, Dortmund really want to get Zaha, but Crystal Palace are hoping, at least, I guess, to get at least £50 million for him. I just don't see that. I really don't. There were some reports they wanted 70 million for him. I mean, that is ridiculous money. I know Crystal Palace rely massively on Zaha and he's priceless to them, but come on, he's not worth that kind of money, and I don't think a deal will happen if they don't budge on that price. Dortmund apparently are happy to offer Schürrle as a player plus cash deal. So imagine if Crystal Palace got Schürrle and maybe 20 mil, something like that. Could that be a good deal? I think Zaha would be absolutely fantastic for Dortmund. And to be fair, I think he'd be great for any club. I really do. I think Zaha is one of those players that's just a bit of a late bloomer. He looked so good when he went to Manchester United. Just didn't work out for him. And he's basically carried Crystal Palace over the last few seasons. So to see him go to Dortmund would be great. I think he'd be really good fun to use in that team as well. They've got a lot of skillful players. Now they've lost Yarmolenko, it kind of makes sense to bring in a similar style player, very physical, skillful winger, but of course he can play down the middle as well and play up front. I think it would be a great signing, I really do, but he is not worth 50, 70 million pounds. Crystal Palace need to get off whatever they're smoking because that is just ridiculous. The next two rumours include Chelsea. First of all, we've got Pedro could be on his way out to Lazio. Now, of course, the reason for this, Lazio just sold Anderson to West Ham for a crazy amount of money, something like 46 million euros, which is a lot of money. And now they want to splash the cash on an experienced winger to replace him, and Pedro seems to be the one they want. Chelsea apparently are listening to offers. I don't think they'll actually sell him unless they feel like it's a good deal, because he's a good rotation / squad player for them. And I'm a big fan of Pedro. What you get with him is experience. You've got a winger that's won it all. His days at Barcelona, he won so many trophies, and at Chelsea he's done brilliantly well as well. Doesn't get enough game time, maybe he wants to leave, who knows, but Lazio could be a great fit for him. Guaranteed first team football, that's for sure, and he hasn't cracked the Italian league before, so maybe he could go there and win some more trophies. Lazio need to keep hold of their main players like Milinkovic, Savic of course, and if they can add Pedro in there, that could be a very nice front three, front four, whatever. I think Pedro would be a great signing for anyone though. I think Chelsea would be a little bit silly to let him go, especially if it's not enough money. He's still got value, and he's, okay, a little bit older than he used to be, of course, but he's still got tons of experience. He's still a fantastic player. I'd be really, really trying to hold on to him if I could. But Chelsea fans, let me know what you think, because of course Chelsea like to chop and change managers and players. Maybe it's time that Pedro got a new challenge and they could bring in someone else with that money. The other rumour involving Chelsea is Rugani. At Juventus, they're looking to go big this season with the arrival of Ronaldo, but apparently they're okay with potentially selling Rugani, which to me doesn't make sense whatsoever. They've got quite an ageing team, especially in defence, with Chiellini, Barzagli, Benatia. They need to probably keep hold of Rugani if he's going to be a future player for them. But no, reports suggest that he is pretty much signing with Chelsea over the next week, almost deal done. I don't know how much it's going to be. Their reports are ranging from 30 to 50 million. Is he worth that kind of money? I probably would invest that in Rugani. A great young player. And Chelsea definitely need to sign someone in there. I think Cahill probably past it at this point. They've put Azpilicueta in defence, which was a very good idea. They've got Rudiger there. Maybe they just need to bring someone else in. It's a bit of a tough one though. Do Chelsea really need to spend that kind of money on a centre-back when maybe they could be potentially losing Hazard, Courtois? They do need to bring in other areas as well, reinforcements for other areas, but we will keep an eye on this one. I'm actually going to go ahead and say this will be a done deal very soon. I think with Jorginho coming in, Sarri as the new manager, probably really likes Rugani after playing against him multiple times with Napoli, and it might be one of his big summer targets. We'll soon find out. And now for the final rumour, we have Richarlison. Very good season at Watford, at least the start of the season was very impressive. And let's just say this is one of the most insane rumours. If this goes through, I might just blow my head off. He's not worth 50 mil, but Watford think he is, and Everton are considering it. If Everton spend 50 million on Richarlison, I'll be absolutely laughing. It's a ridiculous valuation. Sure, he had a very good first 6, 7, 8 weeks maybe, but the rest of the season with Watford, he looked pretty average to me. Sure, he's got potential. He's a skillful player, looks very good on the attack, you know, a bit like Neymar almost, but come on, it's just ridiculous money. We're talking about Wilfried Zaha before not being worth 50 or 70, but if Richarlison is worth 50, Zaha's worth 100 million. It blows my mind sometimes when clubs say, okay, if you want our, you know, arguably best player, 50 mil please. Like, come on, be realistic. You're never going to sell him for that. So if this happens, and by the way, this is a valuation of 50 million plus, it could go more. If Everton do that, I will absolutely be amazed. I can't see him going for 50 mil. But hey, I might be wrong. Maybe Richarlison is worth that. Is it the hype? Is it because he's Brazilian? Is it because it's Watford and they know that if they lose him, they need to get someone else in because he's vital to them? I don't know what's going on here. It's a crazy thought to see Richarlison go for £50 million. Everton clearly want to splash that cash. So that's going to bring this Transfer Roundup episode to an end. 5 rumours, 3 confirmed deals. I'm sure there's going to be more coming up soon with the window edging closer to the end, which I believe is the 9th of August. So we've got 2-3 weeks left, and I think it's going to get heated. I think we've got some big signings still yet to happen. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you next time.